Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out No One Left Behind collectible locations, where we find 3 documents, 3 relics, 5 GPS caches, and get all 6 sacks for the Firestarter challenge in Tomb Raider. So hopefully you've been following along. If so, you'll be right on track. We have not missed a beat yet. As soon as we get to the camp, you probably already grabbed it before you even sat down to take your rest. But there's a document right there, and it's in her honor. So hopefully you guys didn't miss that before moving on through the little crack here. And as soon as we get through, we're going to find ourselves the first sack. So we've seen a lot of sacks along the way. These are a little bit different. You do see some dude get tossed into the pit. And we see a whole bunch of other dudes in there, basically prisoners in what appears to be a cavern. And I assume that something will come in there and eat them at some point. It's kind of what it looks like anyways. Looks like some old, Star Wars pit, like, or something. Some big, crazy animal. But before making your way actually into the area where all of the dudes are, you're going to want to pull out your fire arrow and shoot the first sack/cocoon to start the Firestarter challenge, which then will tell us that we need to find 5 more for a total of 6, which we will actually get before ending this video. So we'll go ahead and sneak in here. Everyone tucks off and goes off into the corner. That's right, I said tucks off. And we're going to go and stick the left side of the wall here and jump all the way down into this gross, what seems to be some sort of like death pit in the corner. Grab the salvage real quick and then hop our way back out. Now, on your way back out, you're going to get jumped, so be ready for this dude. We lit his ass on fire, and it turns out he couldn't hang. So, downside to letting people on fire, it burns up their salvage, so you can't loot their bodies and get any XP or any other items. So, all right, we should have probably gone left first, but we actually cut straight across and go down this little hallway over here, which is kind of on the middle right-hand side if you're coming in from the very beginning. But if you're leaving the room we just were in, it's on the left. And not to be confused with the gas hallway that we'll go back to here in a second. You can see at the very end of the hallway, there's another sack. Another little scrotum hanging from the wall there. So, yeah, thank God my sack's not on that list. The last thing I want is a fire arrow tucking me in the sack. Alright, so right outside the hallway, kind of in the middle of the room here, there's a little ledge you can pull yourself up to and grab a relic. It's nothing spectacular, it's just a funeral fan, but you will yield yourself a few XP from it. And, yeah, buddy. I don't know, I guess it's kind of hot down here with all these candles burning. All this Satanism is it's hot stuff. Maybe it might come into use after all. You never know. All right, so before advancing, you can see there's the cocoon from the other side of the hallway. But we're going to backtrack a little bit. And nope, wrong place. We thought that was another ledge. Don't know why. But we're going to go into the little ledge, or I shouldn't say ledge, the little passageway here with the gas. Now, I use a fire arrow in and a fire arrow out. Or I think I used one on the way out. But you don't need to. You can actually just run and roll through it. So just hit your action button to do the old roll, and you should make it right through there. You'll take a little damage, but not a whole lot. You got to stand there like a dummy to take a lot of damage. So before leaving, you're actually going to want to look up, and there's this little crack in the ceiling, and you're going to want to fire another fire arrow. Fire arrow up there, and blast that away. And then we'll actually go all the way down the left hallway here. And we will set this other scrote on fire. So 3 of 6 sacks burned. And now we're right out in the middle here, right where we just were a minute ago. There is a little valve there that you got to use your axe for. And then you got to shoot a fire arrow to blow the door open. But because of the way things happened and the way things got edited, it didn't make it into the video. So I pointed it out. So you should be able to figure that one out. Blows the door open. You make it through the hallway. And there's a couple guys here. Wait for the top guy to kind of fuck off and go around the corner there so he doesn't have a problem. At least not right now. And then that just leaves these 2 morons. Which, and if you don't move fast enough, they will actually call for help. So I should have shot an arrow rather than trying to do a silent kill, a creeper. And then from here, you got to blast away all these guys coming down. So it becomes kind of a fight to get through the tunnel as we've got it marked down below. I don't know. I think there's 5 or 6 guys total. So knock them all out. Eat some berries in the process. Be wary, though. There's a couple guys, maybe a straggler or 2 along the way. Try to get them headshots for that extra XP. Remember, you can click down on your analog stick, too, and switch views, as you just saw me go from right shoulder to left shoulder to shoot the bow. And because of some previous bodies that got unlooted and I moved on, I am pretty anal about going to get those bodies right away. So once you do that, off to the right-hand side, right by that berry bush, you'll find another GPS cache. So you may have grabbed it in the heat of things. You may have grabbed it right when you walked up. Regardless, you got it in your bag. You should. If not, turn your ass around and go get it. Oh, yeah, there's a cool little shot coming up here in a minute. I mean, it's not really that cool. Oh, yeah, and check it out. This checkerboard's David Blaine and that shit up. Floating checkerboards next to documents. I wonder what that means for the document. Is this an extra special one? Probably doesn't matter. All right, after a quick peek at that, we'll go ahead and pull out like prom night. And we'll go take out this spotlight because we don't like bright lights in our faces. And over in the corner is a little salvage. And now what? What do we do now? Well, I can tell you it has nothing to do with this gas valve on the left. And we're going to sit here and look like idiots for a minute because we were just absolutely positive that it had something to do with that. But it turns out right behind us on the right, as you'll find out here in about 3 or 4 seconds, there's actually a pathway that goes up the hill here. Oh, look at that. Oh, and we've actually already ran past a point of interest. So there's a little wall back there that we're going to climb up. And we don't miss it before we move on. We want to make that apparent now. But it is something you need to do before busting that valve open. So we just ran by the valve. Make sure you don't bust it yet. Go all the way to the top, and you will find yourself, yep, another relic. And it's right next to a camp. So after we spin that fan around, and this one's a little nicer than the last one. This one probably yield a few dollars at the old pawn shop, huh? After the camp, you're going to want to go back down. And there's a little wall here, and it looks kind of deceiving. It looks like you want to jump up on the left side, but it's actually right here, up above this first little gate crate thing. I don't know. And up top is the treasure map for the geothermal cave. So you will definitely have a little bit better know-abouts, whereabouts, however-abouts for what's going down in here. So take a quick squat at the base camp, upgrade your weapons, use any skill points you may have on yourself, and then come down, and now you can go ahead and bust the top of that thing open, and then use your arrow with fire to go ahead and blast that cage down so you can use it to shimmy-shammy up the wall over there. Yeah, buddy. Whee! I don't like how that thing's sparking down there. It makes me think there's like a GPS cache or something. It's frustrating. And what we'll do here is we'll actually be very patient. There's a couple dudes down at the bottom chatting, and there's another dude walking down the hallway. As you can see, I got him targeted there. You're going to want to wait until all 3 of them are there and then use a fire arrow to blast them all at once. That'll kind of handle the area for the moment. And you can jump across and look up behind you, and guess what? Or I guess look down below you. It's a little deceiving there looking up. But you'll find the 4th sack, so we're good to go there. And then the next on the list is going to be a GPS cache. And, well, make sure you loot all the bodies, too. There's not only XP to be gained and salvage to be gained, but there's also, oh, here's the shot. Boom! Look at that. That's what I call fast food. Shoot it with a flaming arrow, get it cooked before it even knows it's dead. Cha-cha! And then in the corner over by some salvage, this one's pretty hard to miss. There's the 4th out of 5 GPS caches. But before moving to the craggy wall, go ahead and look above you and blast sack number 5. Woot! All right, I told you we'd get all 6 sacks, and we're about to nail that last one here in a few seconds. So after a quick look at the deceiving door there that I thought I might have some interaction with or something, we're going to climb the craggy wall and grab some berries on that little ledge here for a couple extra XP. and keep going up the other wall. And once we get all the way to the top, we're going to find ourselves in a room with a bunch of dudes. And some of you ladies might find that to be an exciting time, but these are not the kind of dudes you want to surround yourself with. So use your non-fiery arrow to silently take out the dude standing right in the pathway there. If you actually make it to that corner, he will spot you and he will call out to everyone, and it's quite the battle considering you only have your bow to use. So once he's out, you can go ahead and use the fire arrow to take out the last sack up there, as you just saw us complete the Firestarter challenge. And again, you're going to want to use the non-fire arrows to get some headshots in here, and really you just want that one so you can blast all these other dudes. There you can see Opportunist. That's for blasting headshots. Out to the actually, no, it's not. It's for killing unsuspecting enemies. So, fooled you. Actually, I just was mistaken. So, loot all the bodies in here after you blow everybody to pieces. And there's a couple bushes over there. As you can see, I thought I got both of them, but it screwed me. I had to go back. There's a little cave that's kind of hard to see, but you can use your Lara vision to see through the walls now that you have the map and everything. It kind of helps you see everything a little easier, you know. And another fan. All right, so we've got a trio of fans, and I don't know what the hell we're going to do with them, but hey, we've got them. They're in the bag. Not our worry anymore. We'll let the pawn shop deal with those. And right in front of the little shrine there, it's right outside of the cave that you just came out of on the left-hand side. You may have saw it on the way in, but there's a document there, so go ahead and grab that. And then you're going to advance up the stairs, and right by the valve sitting there by some netting, you're going to find some salvage and the final GPS cache. So that's nice. And yeah, buddy. So 5 of 5. Got all the sacks. Got some documentage. And also got the treasure map. So to the yeah. That'll go ahead and wrap up level 14. No One Left Behind Collectables. Tell us what you think down below. Feel free to comment, vote, subscribe on your own as well. And, you know, head on over to Facebook and Twitter to see what's crack-a-lacking with us. We're pretty good about posting all of our videos there, as well as answering any of your questions. And, hey, who knows? Someone else might post something that's, you know, something you've been thinking about but didn't have the courage or the time to post. And you might get an answer there or be able to comment or, you know, just be a part of something. So, anyways, as always, until next time. See ya!